Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Tori Faye, and yes, I know that I've been gone for about 3 weeks, but that's because I was getting something done. It was that. I was getting that done. I am so happy I got this. I've been wanting this for such a long time. And this video, if you couldn't tell, is going to be a explanation of it all, the backstory, the process, how I feel about it, and just a little disclaimer, I might get a little emotional, but I'm trying not to. But it's plenty fine if I do. So let's just get started. The backstory of this. Sorry if I'm also looking at a little place because I'm trying to compose myself as well. So the backstory of this is I had a brother growing up in my life. I have multiple brothers, but the one I grew up with mainly, Troy, he struggled with seizures all his life. We never knew like the proper name for it. It wasn't epilepsy, it wasn't nothing like that. It was just like a seizure thing. And he had seizures, we didn't know when, but almost like every month. And at some point, and ultimately at one point ended up taking his life. And that day I will never forget for as long as I live. I'm just gonna tell it to you guys really quickly. I was at school, my mom called me and she told me that he had another seizure, but I thought, oh, he's just gonna be fine. As always, my dad picked me up and we ended up going to the hospital. About halfway close to being there, at a red light, my mom had called my dad again to tell him that Troy didn't make it. And I asked my dad what was wrong, and he didn't say. He was just like speeding to the hospital from that point on. And we got there, we opened the door, and he wasn't there. And most people, when people pass away, they have like different reactions. It's angry, obviously emotional, and shocked. I was shocked. I was shocked because I didn't cry. And it wasn't because I didn't care or anything like that. Of course I cared. I was devastated. That was my brother, my best friend, and I didn't know how to cope with it. I didn't cry. It was just weird. And that night was a really long night. It was like the longest night of rain, even though it wasn't raining. It was just an expression. But I didn't know what to do. I lost my best friend. My mom was hysterically crying all night. We slept in his room together, and I didn't know how to cope. From that point on, my entire life, at random points, doing something random, as walking in my own house and I see a picture of him on the wall, still gets me. I don't cry, it's just weird. Not weird, it's like my throat's like kind of closing up now because I'm getting emotional. But it's just like simple as walking in your own house and not knowing what to do. And it's affected me so much to where I feel like I need to go talk to someone professionally. And I never told anybody that other than my mom. And it's not just about Troy, it's about some other things too, but choose not to talk about it right now. Eventually I will. But I hate how you know, like when someone passes away, and sometimes people don't remember what they sound like. I never forget what he looks like. We have plenty of pictures, but it's just, it irks me how some of my family members remember when he used to say, "What's up, baby?" Like a gangster, not a gangster, like a player would, and be funny. And I don't. Sorry, an alarm went off, and I'm mad as I don't know what right now, but I'm just gonna continue. So it just makes me mad how some members of my family remember when he used to say his catchphrases pretty much, and I don't, and I lived with him. But I do have some memories that I'll never forget, from us jumping off the beds when we used to share a room, to us watching Raven's House Party on DVD, because we used to love it. That's what Raven and I still do to this day. When we both got sick in the morning. He got sick at night, and we were both throwing up. Sorry, trigger warning. But then I got sick randomly in the morning. It was so weird. And that was our sick day together. And I don't remember some things, and it makes me upset and guilty in myself, which I need to stop feeling like that, because anyways, so that's pretty much the backstory of this. So leading up to me getting this, I've always wanted a tattoo ever since I was 15, and my mom kept saying no, obviously. And I finally turned 18 in July, if you guys didn't know, and I realized I could finally get one. And she said, "You're 18 now, you can do whatever you want." Well, not everything, but I still respectful, and I decided I was gonna get this. But obviously I didn't want something random. I wanted it to be very memorable, and for someone I care about, which is my brother. So I knew I was going with my dad soon. My dad, who lives in Oxford, which is not that far away from where I live. Not at all, actually. I'm sorry, my mouth is closing up right now because I was about to cry. And that happens, like, you can get, like, in your throat. And I was going home for a straight week. So I knew that was perfect time to get my tattoo when I was with him, because we wouldn't know where to go. So I asked my dad, and he told me there was a guy that did famous NBA player tattoos that he knew, which is pretty cool. But the guy wasn't getting back to him, couldn't answer his phone. So we decided to go to another place, and it's called INKWELL, and it's actually in Durham, and it's a really cool place, but I'm about to get to something that's really weird. But the day of, I got the tattoo the day before, I was scheduled to come back here. I wanted to come back here. And I'm sorry if I keep saying and, but so I was filling everything out. The girl that did it her name is Destiny, which, by the way, shout out to Destiny, because you did a great job, and I'm gonna put her Instagram and INKWELL's Instagram down below. But she was great. She was so polite and nice. And this tattoo, you guys don't know how much tattoos cost, but this one, if you can get a tattoo for $45, that's great. So yeah, INKWELL's great. You guys should, if you are able to get a tattoo, you guys should totally go there. But yeah, the receptionist was nice. She had a cute baby behind the counter. But there was something weird. There's one thing weird about this place. There was men's private protection supplies on the counter. If you guys know what I mean by that, there were condoms. And I don't like saying that stuff out loud and all that, so that's why I just mouthed it and whispered it. It was so weird to see, and I'd never seen one so close to me or in person. And it was so weird. And not only were there like 2 tins on the counter, but it was also like a jar, like 2 for $1. What? And to make things even worse, make it even more weird, they have these like packets they give you when you're about to leave, you know, with the information, you know, for the tattoo shop and all that stuff, and free that. And I'm like, really? They're like pre-packaged, I bet, so she couldn't take it out. But I literally threw that away so fast. It was so weird. But so now getting into the pain levels and all that, it was, I would say, a 8 from 1 to 10 because it did hurt. I don't have a very high pain tolerance. I've hit my foot. I've gotten IVs. Obviously, as a kid, you scrape your knee. But this was on a different level. If you can compare it to getting like an IV, I would say it's pretty much worse than that. I never got surgery before in my life, so I don't know what that feels like. But it did hurt, but it was so fast. I took it like a G. I kept saying that afterwards. I was so happy, and I wanted to record for you guys, but I was just so focused and trying to like make sure I don't move while this girl got a freaking needle on me. So I couldn't record, sorry, but yeah, I did it. It was so fast. It was so fast, and I absolutely love it. And like I said, and it was a very good experience. I definitely want to go back there to get more the touches I want after this. But that was pretty much my tattoo explanation. I definitely probably will get more, like I just said. But it won't be for like a little bit. And I hope you guys like this video. And just remember, when you get your first tattoo, it could be anything you want, but try to make it like not a regrettable first tattoo. It's something you actually want, because I definitely don't regret this, and I love it so much. And hopefully I get more soon, but I will see you guys next time, and